It's the morning of August 29th, 1348, late summer. The air over London carries the smell of ripening grain from the fields beyond Moorgate, mixed with the sharper tang of the Thames at low tide. You're standing on London Bridge, watching the city wake. Shutters clatter open along Cheapside. A baker's boy runs past with loaves stacked in a basket. Gulls cry over the water. Somewhere downstream, a barge loaded with wool is being poled toward the docks. London is alive, thriving, ordinary. What the baker's boy doesn't know, what no one in this city of 40,000 souls knows, is that this is one of the last normal mornings they will ever see. The pestilence is already here. The bells of St. Paul's ring prime. The sound rolls across timber roofs and narrow alleys, calling the faithful, marking time. You hear the creak of cartwheels on cobblestone. Voices haggle in English, French, Flemish. A dog barks. A woman shouts at a child. The smell hits you before you see it. Smoke from breakfast fires, brewing malt, fish guts from the wharf, the warm stink of animals packed into pens near Smithfield. Underneath it all, the river. Always the river. The fog hasn't lifted yet. It clings to the streets in patches, softening the edges of stone and wood. Figures move through it. Porters, priests, apprentices. The city is a machine. Every person is a moving part. You feel the press of bodies as you step into the flow. Shoulders brush. Eyes don't meet. Everyone has somewhere to be. London is the largest city in England. Its population has swelled over the past century. 40,000 people crammed inside Roman walls that were built for half that number. It's a city that thrives on trade. Wool flows out through its docks. Wine, spices, and cloth flow in. The crown taxes it. The church feeds from it. The merchants grow fat on it. But it's also a city under pressure. The war with France drains gold and men. Grain prices have climbed after poor harvests. The streets are crowded, the tenements packed. Disease is not uncommon here. Fevers, fluxes, pox. People die in London all the time. Still, there are rumors, whispers from the continent, a sickness in Gascony, a plague in Avignon. Ships from Calais have brought strange stories. Entire villages emptied, bodies left in the streets. But London has heard rumors before. The city continues. Stop 1, the docks at Billingsgate. You descend toward the water. The Thames is brown and slow, crowded with vessels. Barges unload crates of salted herring. A merchant inspects a shipment of French wine, marking tallies on a wax tablet. Stevedores grunt under the weight of wool sacks bound for Flanders. A sailor sits on a coil of rope, wiping sweat from his neck. His face is flushed. He coughs once, covering his mouth with the back of his hand. No one notices. Stop 2, Cheapside Market. The market is already thick with bodies. Fishmongers shout prices. A woman haggles over a plucked chicken. Loaves of bread are stacked on planks. Apples, onions. A wheel of cheese sweating in the heat. A child tugs at her mother's sleeve, asking for a sweet cake. The mother shakes her head. Not today. You watch a man purchase 3 eels, handing over pennies worn smooth. He'll take them home to a one-room tenement where his wife and 4 children wait. Tonight, they'll eat. Tomorrow is another question. Stop 3. A merchant's house on Cornhill. Here, the streets widen. The houses are taller, built of stone and painted plaster. You pass through an arched doorway into a courtyard. A servant scrubs the step. Inside, tapestries hang on whitewashed walls. The air smells of beeswax and lavender. The merchant is at table, reviewing ledgers. His wife supervises the preparation of a meal. Roast capon, pottage, white bread. They have heard the rumors from the ports, but their physician has assured them the air here is clean. The house is well built. God protects the righteous. They believe him. Stop 4. Stews of Southwark. You cross back over the bridge. Southwark is where London keeps what it doesn't want to see. The brothels, the leper hospital, the tanners and dyers whose trades stink too much for the city proper. The alleys here are narrow, muddy, choked with refuse. People live 10 to a room. A woman leans in a doorway, eyes hollow. A man lies slumped against a wall, shivering despite the heat. No one checks on him. No one asks. Stop 5. St. Bartholomew's Hospital. The hospital stands near Smithfield, a low stone building run by Augustinian canons. Inside, the sick lie on straw pallets. The air is thick with sweat and incense. A monk moves between them, offering water, prayers, and poultices of crushed herbs. A physician examines a man with a swollen neck. He notes the heat of the skin, the rapid pulse. Imbalance of humors, he concludes. He orders a bleeding. Outside, a canon speaks quietly with a visiting priest from Dover. The priest describes what he has seen: bodies piling faster than they can be buried, black swellings in the groin and armpits, death within days. The canon listens. He does not dismiss it. But what can be done? They will pray. They will care for the sick. They will trust in God's mercy. What else is there? Stop 6. The Guildhall. The city's aldermen meet in a dim, wood-paneled hall. They discuss taxes, a dispute between the Fishmongers' Guild and the Vintners, a petition regarding the repair of the wall near Cripplegate. One man raises the issue of the sickness. He has heard reports. He suggests restricting ships from certain ports. The response is measured, cautious. London cannot afford to close its docks. Trade is the lifeblood of the city. Besides, there is no proof the sickness has reached England. Rumors are not evidence. They move on to other business. Stop 7. A lane. Near St. Paul's, the sun sets. The city's noise softens. Curfew bells ring from a dozen churches. Taverns empty. Shopkeepers bar their doors. Families gather in candlelit rooms. You stand in a narrow lane. Above you, stars prick through the smoke. A cat slinks along a wall. Somewhere, a baby cries. A man walks home alone, his footsteps echoing. He thinks about tomorrow, the delivery he needs to make, the debt he owes, the daughter he hopes to marry off next spring. He does not think about death. Why would he? The merchant sleeps on a feather mattress behind locked doors. The docker sleeps on a straw pallet, pressed against his children for warmth. The priest kneels in prayer. The prostitute counts her coins. All of them believe tomorrow will come, and it will. But not the tomorrow they imagine. Tonight, London is alive. 40,000 people sleep within its walls. Merchants dream of profit. Mothers worry over children. Beggars huddle in doorways. The Thames flows on, black and indifferent. Soon, the pestilence will move through these streets like fire through dry wood. Within a year, 15,000 will be dead. Perhaps more. The city will empty. Entire households will vanish. Mass graves will open beyond the walls. But tonight, no one knows. The sailor at Billingsgate will be dead in 4 days. The merchant's wife in 6. The docker's daughter in 10. The priest will survive. The alderman will flee. History will remember this as the first wave, the Black Death, the pestilence, the great mortality. But tonight, it is still just a rumor. Tonight, the candles burn. Tomorrow, the bells will ring, and London will wake, as it always does, and continue. Act 9, Series Hook. In 2 years, the city will look different, quieter, emptier. But that is another day, another walk.